welcome back to my channel. So Eid is literally right around the corner, so I wanted to create a makeup look for the special occasion so that you girls can glam up, look good and feel good, especially after a month of fasting. Honestly, hats off to you. I think it's such an incredible thing that you do, and the meaning behind it, I just have huge respect for you. So yeah, I just wanted to create a look for you guys to feel your best when you're celebrating this special occasion. Of course, if you're not celebrating Eid and you just want to wear this makeup look to an Indian wedding or any event, you totally can. If you do like this look, make sure you hit the thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Oh, and before I let you go on and watch the tutorial, I know I'm gonna get asked where all this gorgeous jewelry is from, and it's from my favorite Indian jewelry store, Nars Collections. I will leave their name down below for you, but honestly, they just come through every time with the best jewelry, don't they? Anyway guys, I hope you like this makeup look. If you want to know how I got it, then please keep on watching. Okay guys, let's get this show on the road and get cracking, because yeah, we've got a pretty intense look coming up. What's in my head anyway. So I'm just going to start off by applying some moisturizer first. I am going to do my eye makeup first for this look, just because it is quite an intense makeup look. But before I do my eyes, I want to moisturize. So I've got my MAC strobe cream, and this is in the shade Gold Light. And as you know by now, if you watch my tutorials, if you're new, then hello. I absolutely love this moisturizer. It's so great for, like, you know, giving your skin a really lovely base. Right, so I'm going to start off by taking a base on the eyes, and I'm going to use my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is in the shade Medium. And I'm just going to pop this right over the lids, and I'm also just going to take a little bit right here, just so that the eye makeup is done all in one go. Just by getting rid of the dark circles when you do your eye makeup, you can really see what the look might look like at the end. Sometimes when you do your eye makeup first and you're only doing it on the top, and then you're waiting to do the bottom later, and you've got your dark circles out, it can look like your eye makeup is way too heavy, or it doesn't look that great, and you're just like, oh my god, it doesn't look nice with, you know, my face because I haven't got my foundation on. I've still got dark circles, everything just doesn't look nice. But really, if you just get rid of the dark circles subtly when you do your eye makeup before you do your face, honestly, it will make such a difference, and you'll be able to see your eye makeup work so much clearer, and you'll be able to see whether it actually looks good, whether it suits you. Okay, so for the eyes, we're going to go into the Huda Beauty Remastered eyeshadow palette. I did literally just do a look with this palette in my last video, so I will link it for you now if you want to check it out. But I'm going to do something completely different with this palette now. I'm going to go into Sandalwood, which is this shade right here. And with Sandalwood, I'm just going to start taking that into the crease. So just back and forth, literally taking it above the crease, as you can see. Also just going to run some of that just along the lower lash line as well. So then we're just going to warm up those brown tones, and I'm going to go one along. So we're going to take this one right here, and this is called Henna. That shade is also in the first Rose Gold palette, so don't worry. If you don't have this eyeshadow palette, it's okay. I'm going to use all the shades that are in the original ones. So we're going to do the same again, and we're just going to build this up from the outer corner, and then we're going to work it around the crease. I feel like these shadows are really pigmented, which is good. The only difference I feel with these shadows and the original ones is that these are just like, they are a little bit lighter, whereas the other ones are more dense, just in terms of like the actual powder, not how they go on. The color of them is still fine. And then again, we're just going to work up the tones, and we're going to go into Cocoa, which is this shade right here. Again, we're just going to work right on top of that, just pressing on the outer corner, and then taking the rest through the crease just to deepen it up even further. So guys, I'm actually going away to New York next week, which I'm super excited about. So if any of you are from New York, then please tell me where I should go, what I need to see, what I should get up to. I do have a little list at the moment, but I'd love to know from anyone that's actually from there. And even if you've been and you're not from there, just let me know. So I'm also going to run this along my lower lash line as well. So basically just repeating all of the steps. So really, really easy. Literally outer corner through the crease. Boom. And now you can see we have a really nice, like, dark warm brown chocolatey smoky eye kind of thing, and then we're going to spice it up with some color of course. So next we're gonna do a little bit of a half cut crease. This is purely just to get the color that we're gonna put on show up really nice and intense and make it pop, just so that it doesn't look muddy mixed in with the brown. I'm gonna take my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and this is in the shade Light Medium, and just using a brush, I'm going to get the concealer off of the doe foot applicator, and then I'm just going to apply the concealer onto the first part of my lid and work it round up to my crease. I'm gonna take my time with this a little bit and make sure I've got a bit of precision just along the edges. Use the edge of the brush to kind of push and get my shape, if that makes sense. And this is about as far as we want to take it. So just kind of feather the edge so that it starts to get a little bit lighter. Next is time for the fun part. We are going to add some color, and I've got my NYX eyeshadow in the shade Savage, and this is what it looks like, guys. It is so gorgeous. Look at that shade. So all we're going to do is literally just pat this shade onto the lid, just where we've applied that concealer already. And pat being the key word, because we kind of don't want to rub that concealer around. I love layering my shadow, like literally just packing it on, and even though like it's on and it's fully there, I always like to go in with another layer. So once that color is on, guys, I'm going to take a bit of henna that we used earlier from the Huda Beauty palette, and just on a smaller brush now, I'm going to just run it right along that edge all the way around, just to kind of blend those edges. I don't want it to be a super harsh cut crease. Like I said, it was purely to make the color pop, and you can even take a bit of henna and just work it right in between. As you can see, I'm literally going in between the turquoisey shade. Is it turquoise? I don't know. And then that dark cocoa shade, just so that there's like a transition. So now we're gonna amp up the look, and we're gonna add a bit of sparkle, and it's just gonna brighten this shade even further. I'm taking this BH Cosmetics product. It's an eyelights, that's what it's called, and I've got this in the shade Gnarly. I'm literally just gonna put a little bit right over the top of the first part of my lid, and then I'm just gonna pat it out. Next, guys, let's get some wing liner on, and I'm gonna do a really lovely cat eye effect. I'm really gonna wing this eyeliner out, and then I'm also just gonna bring the liner into the inner corners and make it that cat eye effect. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do mascara and put on my lashes and just be done with the eyes, you know? So I'm gonna take the Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara, and I'm gonna apply a couple of coats of this to top and bottom lashes. Because we are applying falsies, you don't need to go too ham with the mascara. Do you like it, guys, when I incorporate color in my looks, or do you like more neutral looks? Let me know. In fact, I'm gonna add a poll to this video, so vote in the poll now if you like color or if you like more neutral looks. I wanna know. Now we're gonna apply some falsies, and I've got these Velour mink lashes, and these are in the style Wisp It Real Good. That's what they look like. They're nice and wispy. I love lashes like this. Lashes are on, and it's time to move on to face makeup now. I'm gonna go in with some primer. I've got the Primed and Peachy Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer by Too Faced. So I'm gonna pop this all over my face and rub this in, and it's just gonna mattify everything. Guys, why do I even say what this next step is? Why do I say it every time? You know what it is. You know what it is. Kevyn Aucoin Central Skin Enhancer SX11. Yep, right back in there I go. Anyway, this is going around any areas where I have discoloration, scarring, anything like that. Right, so I'm gonna go in with foundation, and of course I'm gonna mix too, because that's what I do. I'm gonna go in with the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation and the Nars Radiant Longwear Foundation. Also, guys, I'm gonna apply it with this new beauty blender. It's a blue one, and it's their Sapphire Beauty Blender. How gorgeous is this? It's so pretty. I'm just gonna use the little butt of the beauty blender, and I'm gonna pounce the foundation around the whole of my face. And I haven't used a beauty blender in ages to apply my foundation. I do love a beauty blender. I have nothing against them. I just got used to using brushes. It does use up so much more product than using brushes, but it does give you a beautiful finish. So it's a bit of a catch-22, you know? Next, I'm gonna do a little bit of cream contouring, and I've got my Anastasia Beverly Hills cream contour kit. It's so warm in here that these are sweating. Like, that's how hot this room is right now. gross. I think I'm going to go into a mixture of these two shades right here. Just going to mix them on the brush that I'm going to plan to blend with. And I'm just going to use a really light amount. That actually saves so much time rather than whacking it on everywhere and then blending it out. Why don't you just put it on and blend at the same time? Damn girl, why didn't you think of this before? So I'm just going to take a little bit of this on the temples as well and really carefully blend this up the sides of my nose. And then for concealer, I'm super excited about this one because it's a new one from Rodial. It's basically like another Tarte Shape Tape version, but it's creamier because there's actually vitamin E in here, which is amazing. I've swatched it before, but I've not actually applied it under my eyes yet, so you're going to see it first. I'm taking this in the shade 30, and I'm just going to take this under my eyes. I like the consistency of it so far. We're going to see when it blends out what it's like, but I'm also just going to take this on the tip of my nose, down the bridge of it, in the center of my forehead, and also on my cupid's bow and chin. And I'm just going to blend this all out using my damp beauty blender sponge. So once again, just pouncing over those areas. Blends out really nicely and easily. Like, it literally takes no time at all to blend out. And I do like the coverage, but it's not full coverage, you know, which is what we're used to these days. Okay, so before setting that, I'm just gonna go in with a clean brush, and I'm gonna get a bit of the sandalwood shade from the rose gold palette and really kind of smoke that lower lash line down with sandalwood. So then I'm going in with my trusty Laura Mercier translucent powder. I've just got some in the lid right here, and I'm just gonna pat this on, and I'm going to take it down the sides of the nose also. So I'm also just going to set the rest of the areas around my face. So I'm going to set the rest of my face makeup using this new Becca palette. This is their Be a Light palette, and this is for medium to deep skin. And look at this, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's like a face blurring powder, bronzer, blusher, and a brightening powder. I think I'm just going to use this one all over my face right now. Just going to swirl my brush in it and work it around my face. I feel like this shade is like my perfect face shade. And then I'm just going to take a bit of the bronzer shade, which is this one. So I'm just going to take this over any areas where I've already contoured. This is like a beautiful shade. I thought I would need to like powder contour on top of this, but I'm definitely not going to need to because this shade is so lovely. So then I'm going to go over that with a bit more of like a glowy bronzer. I don't know if this is a glowy bronzer, but it's a darker highlighter. For if you were darker skinned and you needed a highlighter, this would be your shade. This is gorgeous. But for me, I'm going to use it as like a dark bronzer, and you guys know I like to apply something with a beautiful sheen like this, not chunky glitter, to go over my bronzer and contoured areas, just to add dimension to the skin and give it like a really nice soft glow. I'm literally just going to take it right over the top of where we've already contoured. Again, just going over it really softly. It will kind of add to the contour as well, but it will just give it such a beautiful, especially on the head, it gives it a gorgeous sheen. And then for highlight, I've got a new palette by Laura Geller. This is called Life Glows On, and I'm gonna use this center highlighter. When I swatched it earlier, it looked insane. And I'm just gonna build this up on the tops of my cheekbones. I might even go in with a slightly warmer highlighter. I'm gonna go in with a bit of Fenty. This is Hustler Baby, just over that a little bit, just to kind of warm it up, add some more dimension. So I'm just going to take Hustler Baby basically around the rest of my face because I feel like the shade is slightly warmer and it will just go better. Okay, so now that I'm basically glowing, I'm going to add some blush, and I've got this Nars palette. This is the Wanted to Cheek palette by Nars, and oh my god, I'm just going to take a smidge of this blusher and I'm going to pop this onto my cheeks. If you're a makeup artist, like, you definitely need this, or if you're someone that just loves to switch up your blush shades, you like a little bit of option, and you can use some of these, especially the ones on like the bottom, you can use them as eyeshadows because they're matte blushes. Oh my god, this is pigmented. They're pigmented for sure. Right, before I move on to lips, I'm going to quickly finish off my eyes. I'm going to take this Zoeva Kohl pencil, and this is in the shade Carnat. I always struggle saying this. It's basically a nude eye pencil. You can use any, and I'm just going to run this along my lower waterline. I feel like this color pencil in the waterline just makes the eyes pop so much more. Right guys, so we're going to finish off with the lips, and I'm going to take this Rimmel lip liner in the shade Cappuccino. This is actually one of my old favorite drugstore lip liners, and I'm gonna line my lips with this, just taking it all the way around the edges of my lips. And then for the lipstick, I'm going in with a Nars liquid lipstick, and this is in the shade Get It On, and I love this. It's such a beautiful nude shade. And then I'm gonna take Honeymoon by Morphe, the lip pencil, and just run over that. Just line my lips again with it. And then finally, we are gonna end it with some gloss, and then I'm gonna throw my jewelry on. I've got the Marc Jacobs gloss in the shade Sugar Sugar. Such a beautiful nude gloss. This is just going all over the lip. But guys, this lip combination is heaven. So guys, here we have the finished look. I really hope you like it. I personally really love this makeup look. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you do. Comment down below, let me know if there's anything else you'd love for me to create a look for, if there's an occasion, anything like that, please do let me know. And of course, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any other videos. Make sure you're following me on Instagram. It's @MUA on Insta as well. Thank you so much for watching. Eid Mubarak to everyone celebrating, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye!